probability through a dam is 0.85. We want to find the probability that first here, 3 fish go through successfully. Okay, so success up here was 0.85. So we'll write that over here on the left. Success, 0.85. That means the probability that they fail is the remaining 0.15. We may have to go either case here. Well, if you're getting successfully through, we know success is 0.85. And if you have 3 fish, you can just take it to the third power, which is 0.614. In part B, none of the 3 fish were successful, which means they are failing. Failure rate is 0.15. If all 3 are failing, take it to the third power. 0.003 is your probability. And in part C, at least 1 of the 3 fish is successful. Okay, it's all about changing your wording again. Remember, probability, at least 1 is successful. Well, we're going to change that into 1 minus none of them, again, are successful. Throw that extra detail. That gives you more understanding. If none of them are successful, that means they are all failing, which we again found in part B. So 1 minus 0.003 is 0.997. Okay, so at least 1 minus none. There's a lot of transitioning the wording until you can get it set up in the correct way. All right, the mix-up. Remember, we have learned a lot of magic words. And if you see the word and, that means you should multiply. If you see the word or, 2 letters, that's it. That's your clue that you are supposed to add. Not, which is your complement, you do 1 minus whatever probability of event you're trying not to get. Given, that clues you in that you are doing a conditional probability. You do your and over the event of just A on the bottom. And at least, we change it into our 1 minus none phrasing. Okay. It's all about the words. If you can't understand what the question's asking, it's kind of hard to set it up. Make sure you are memorizing your magic words. All right, so let's mix them all up here. An urn contains 3 red balls, 2 blue balls, and 1 yellow ball. You draw 3 without replacement. What is the probability of? In part A, you want a red, a blue, and a yellow. And means you are supposed to multiply. So let's take them in order. Red. There are 3 red out of a total. Okay, we do need the total here. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is a total of 6. So we have 3 out of 6. And we're going in for a blue. There are 2 blue remaining, but I'm doing this without replacement. So I'm down to 5 balls and a yellow. There's 1 yellow remaining, but that's out of 4. And when you simplify, 0.05 is your probability. Part B here. You select a blue or a yellow ball. Or means you are supposed to add. Well, blue, there are 2 blue out of 6. Or we add yellow, there's 1, still out of 6. Or you have to have the same denominator. Well, that adds to 3 over 6, which is a probability of 0.5. Example C, probability that you select exactly 2 red balls. Now, even though they're not saying it, you're picking 2 out. So if you pick the first one and it's red, there are 3 red out of 6. And yeah, you got to go in for that second one. So this is technically multiplication. There are going to be 2 red balls left out of a total of 5, which will give us a probability of 0.2. Find the probability of getting at least 2 red balls. Okay, well, if you're doing at least 2 are red, you're going to do 1 minus none of them are red. Now, we have not found none are red yet. So, I'm going to do 1 minus, and then I'm going to set this work up in the parentheses. If you are not red, well, half of them are not red, so 3 out of 6. And remember, we are picking 3 out. So 3, 2 out of 5, 1 out of 4. Count it down. That would be all 3 not red. And 1 minus, that would be 0.05 in parentheses, so 0.95 is the probability of getting at least 2 red balls. And part E, selecting a red ball on the 3rd draw, given you already pulled a red and a blue earlier. Okay, so given, this is conditional, however, there is no chart. So think about what you picked out. We took a red and a blue out already. We're going for another red ball. Well, we already took 1 out, so we're down to 2. And we took 2 balls out, so we're down to a total of 4, which is a probability of 0.5. And the last one here, the probability that is not a yellow, well, not as your complement rule. Do 1 minus, it is yellow. There's 1 yellow out of 6. Well, you're looking at 5 out of 6, which is 0.833. Being able to mix them all up is a very key skill that you need to be able to do in this unit.